right? Nnenaya Oti, yes, Professor Nnenaya Oti, what she did during the election of the Abia State election. I will respect that. If not, what Professor was it Cambridge and Oxford University Professor Mahmood did to Nigeria, it is an insult to professorhood. Because if not, I would have said something about this man, this professor now, Hadik or later. Because all these things is just name. How could they make such a mistake? This is just a little girl. Is it political? Is there any politics in this thing? Why will such a mistake come out? Why will such a betrayal come out? Why will such accusation come out? Why? It's just a little poor little girl that God is trying to bless her with the gift she came on earth with. That's all. But some criminals in the Nigerian system will try to play politics in everything because we are Biafrans. And when he also, she wrote, this saga between Mesome Ejike and Jamb requires an independent tech investigation to unearth all facts. Listening to her in this video, it is reasonable to request a forensic investigation to help reveal what really happened. I have reached out to the registrar of JAMB. It's not just to reach out. My dear Ezekwesiri, only one Nigeria, I don't have any regard for you. You need to follow this up. You are a woman. This is a young lady now, like you, coming up. This could be another people like you, although on one impact on the make in Igbo land. Nkabo Gunwa, Nkabo Okonji Wani, Iwala, Nkabo Chimama Manda. You know, actually take BBC Honor, BBC Award, Global Award. All this, I have not seen anything, I will say, tangible things all these echelons have done to the local people. Because one thing with the white people award, if you begin to do something that will bless your people, that will impact your people, you will not receive the award. But if you are doing that of a global, definitely they will honor you. They will honor you, giving you award and all those things, you know. If somebody like Chimama Manda now will come out and continue in, forget about the movie she wrote that time, continue the criticism of the Britain, of the West on Biafran issue, all this award you see they are giving to her, they will stop it. That is it. If Okonji Wana, who is the director of World Trade Organization today, will insist in trying to fix the economy of Africa, overnight. They are just there for picture. As I told you, anytime you see they appoint a black man in big office, there is a game they want to play. I continue to tell there is a game or give you a award. There is something they want to cover or mesmerize. You need to go beyond to catch it. Tell you the truth. Look at, since the corona of a thing, who is the head of the World Health Organization? Is it not from Africa? The moment they will do that sinister, that evil, white people will push your own brother to be there. It will, so that it will suit the narratives, the standard they want to create. I say, oh, your brother, I see all those kind of things. But we know them, we continue to unearth their evil. So, my dear RBHS Ezekwesiri, Madam Due Process, you need to follow this thing up if indeed your tweet is not political. This is a little poor girl. Her mother cannot, nobody will listen to the voice of her mother. And this is a very brilliant child. And you know, RBHS Ezekwesiri, you know that Nigeria hate you and me and the Biafra. Even though all of you have joined them in the evil occultic group of Fulani Caliphate in order for them to be giving you position. But you know that they hate us. Your brother P2B won election. They didn't give him. That is it. You know it. So what you will do, or may only tweet, you follow this matter for this poor girl. These are people that will replace you people. That nature don't make mistake. This girl now you see now are the future that will replace. Even all of you did not make any, I will not come out and say this is the impact you people have made so far. Let's in future. Nothing. 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 When we talk of migrate, they put them. What will we talk about? What will I talk about you? So I'm putting it to you. RBHS Excellency, as you have tweeted, wrote to the registrar, follow this matter up for this little girl. Follow it up. You know it's a game they have played. And everybody know that the 18, 16, 17 or 18-year-old girl cannot go and be forging her result. And everybody know in this modern world, if you make a forensic investigation with that thing, you will see it in the server of JAMB, that they published such a thing before, and that is where the little girl went and printed this thing out. So at your own capacity, you can follow this thing up for the justice of this innocent girl. You can do it. Oh, he be a mere formality. It tweet, yeah. All those ones that are using you people politically will come and warn you secretly. This matter, we have resolved it. Don't talk about it again. One Nigeria, and ATP Igbo, unagahe ekwu unagahe marry ahụ, because una join chago ha in all this their demonic occult group. Una join chago ha. Ane demolish ahịa Igbo anaghị ekwu okwu, anapụ mmadụ si ụlọ ogoro with CFO. Onweghị any of you chọrọ ikwu okwu. Ezi Igbo nọkata one day kwu okwu, anwụrụ ezi Igbo muchie. I don't want to talk about our leader because in Kanu say is a Biafra, whatever. I'm talking of the evil they are doing to your own Igbo people, which you're supposed to stand. None of you will talk. You will be the one that will play politics. Now in INEC, all the person you will be seeing talking now is Festus Okoye. The criminal himself, Professor Yakubu Momudu, will not talk. You will not see him. They won't put the microphone on. They'll be pushing Igbo man to be defending the evil of Fulani. Can't get all those ones na Bamara. Every time it is first to Sokoye or now some no Igbo defend the criminality of a Fulani man. Igane bunshonya Fulani, they bushonya wasanyere. Yeah? Obalo. They will do evil. They will come and use Igbo man to defend them. So back to what I'm saying. RBHS, all of you kept quiet with what is happening to Igbo people in Abuja. None of you will tweet. None of you will, not Abuja, all over the Nigeria, mostly in Lagos. Demolishing houses, taking people's property, even if you say you want to renovate it or whatever. In the modern world, if government want to reconstruct somewhere, as long as you bought that land legitimately from the government and be paying revenue, government has the right to demolish it, but they will pay you a compensation. None of you is talking about all those things. Pains and descending upon Igbo people. I want you to follow this case up. Follow it up. At this age. If the corruption in Nigeria now has increased to that level, I don't think you would have been this level because you are an intelligent woman. That is why you go to school, you study, you were able to even function as Minister of Education during Obasanjo regime. If the corruption in Nigeria were as heavy as it is now, they will frustrate you because that is what they want to do to this girl. Nothing again. Nothing. They just want to destroy her future. You had the girl at the age of 16, 17, 18. I don't know her age because I know you finishing secondary school should be within this age range. Telling you that she's been traumatized. Imagine being traumatized of what she knows she did well. From nursery school, she have been taking first position. First position. Go and ask her fellow student. What's his name? Buhari and Escobar Tinubu, who don't have a classmate. Who don't have any classmate. Go and ask whether this girl is brilliant or not. These are evidence you gather. So I'm putting it to you. RBHS, not only tweet, follow it up. RBHS, you need to follow it up. These are the future that will replace you people in future from Igbo land. Nature has done its job. It's left for us to enforce it. Because if you keep quiet now, they'll frustrate this girl. She's a very brilliant girl. I don't see the reason why Jamb Sava will present 360 something, a little girl score. Now they have seen the impact it's making, that our people are brilliant, they are giving her scholarship and all those things. It's bringing up our name, because the thing is to silence us. They now bring this issue, telling a 16, 17, 18 years old girl that she faked the result. She faked the result. How can she fake the result? You need to follow it up, not only to it. Follow it up. Take them to court. This is what you will do for your Igbo people on the ground. This is what you do. If such density of corruption were in Nigeria during your own time and they frustrate you in this way, you wouldn't have been the Minister of Education. You wouldn't have gone to school to this level. That is it. So if you want us to respect you people, you do something. Thank you. This is Radio Biafra Hausa Service 2, coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London, under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike, one of Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is the director of Radio Biafra and her television, the commander of the armies of Biafra, and the greatest man living on this planet Earth. And this broadcast is coming to you from me, a servant of the Most High, a servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, the firstborn of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a proud disciple of our leader in the person of Nwachineke. We will be right back in a moment and have one or two analysis in Hausa language. Then we will open up our line for your own contribution. I advise you to stand by. Stand by.
Great. And we know for sure that this was headed by an international organ trafficking cartel. They funded the National Assembly, of some people estimate to the tune of $6.2 billion US dollars. They also bought all the Nigerian government, federal government hospitals at the cost of $3.2 billion US dollars. They even offered to buy all the Catholic hospitals for $2 billion, but the bishops refused that. So this is a well-organized cartel who are actually moving into Nigeria in order to actually buy up, or they have already paid an advance on all our organs. Anybody in the Federal Republic of Nigeria has no entitlement to their organs as it stands today with the law. And we know this for sure, that these are billionaires from the United States who funded this organ trafficking cartel to take the organs of Nigerians. Now, my colleague AGK had asked whether I was there when this cartel made the negotiation. The answer is yes, I was physically present in a deliberation. We were called as leaders of the private health sector to the headquarters of General Electric, the biggest company in the world, the leading medical company in the world. I was representing the Catholic Medical Practitioners of Nigeria and the Association of General and Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria as the committee chairman of the National Health Act. And presiding over this National Health Act public hearing was Senator Ike Ekweremadu, who was then the Deputy Senate President. And
let me comment there. Who did you say was presiding?
Well, Senator Ike Ekweremadu. He was the presiding senator for the bill public hearing. And the sponsor, the chief sponsor, was Ifeanyi Okowa, now governor, but then Senator Ifeanyi Okowa. And just sitting by his side was also Dr. Chris Ngige. So who was then a senator. So all of them were there. And I made this argument directly pointing out Section 48, that Section 48 makes an exemption that is impossible. You don't exempt, there is no situation in medicine where you can overrule or say the consent is waived. Consent is never waived. It could be transferred to the next of kin, but it's never waived in any situation. That is part of the Helsinki Declaration. So it's an international treaty. So we cannot make an exemption here in Nigeria. Then I also pointed out the loophole in Section 51. You cannot have the medical practitioner or the medical director of a hospital be the one to authorize that an organ is taken from someone to be given to another person. So it is wrong. You can't give what you don't have. That's a legal principle. Then I pointed out in Section 53.
Jamaa assalamu alaikum hinakwananku inagejia inawini. Jamaa mchi inakwana inagejia inawini soboda lokochi ai badayabani. Kuma Allah ai ta da gangan dinga nuna maka shine Allah. Kana ji tsoron Allah ai tambaya da nike tambaya ko waye ne wanda ike saurare mu ko wani lokaci da muke fito muna wazin mu a Radio Biafra. Kana ji tsoron Allah? Kana ji tsoron Allah? Ya kuma zaka gane kana ji tsoron Allah? Idan kana bin gaskiya, kowane lokaci ana fito ana gaya mana gaskiya, ana fada abubuwa, kana bita ko kana bi gaskiyan mutum dai ko gaskiyan siyasa. Saboda yanzu akwai gaskiya da yawa. Akwai gaskiya na mutum, gaskiyan ka. Akwai gaskiya na siyasa. Akwai irin gaskiya na duniya. Kuma akwai asalin gaskiyan daga Allah. Wane ne kaka bi? Saboda mu dai ba ma bin nan Allah, ba ma fada gaskiyan, shi yasa abubuwa sun bugurata mana sosai. Mu bakin fata, abu baya tafiya. Yau a wannan labari, akwai wata magana da ina so a dan sa baki kadan. A Enugu State, ya dede ana ta magana, ana ta kidnapping, ana sata mutane a wata hanya. Wannan hanya kuma, kafin ka yi kilomita 1, 2, 3, a cikin su zaka gani sojojin Nigeria suna checking point. Sojojin Nigeria suna checking point so 2, 3, 4 kafin kai kana yi kilomita 1, 2, 3 haka a wannan hanya. Kusa da 82 division na Nigeria. Amma kowane lokaci za kama mutane a shiga cikin jeji ana karba kudi. To akwai wanda ya faru sati daya wanda ya wuce. Lokacin an fara wani mutane sun fito suna so su sata mutane. Su barawo din sun fito suna so su sata mutane, su yi kidnapping dinsu. To shine drivobin suke siya. Sun fara suna kiriya masu yambangan, masu vigilanting na Enugu State. Aka kiriya su, sun ce to muje mu tabbatar su masu kidnapper din ba su yi aikin su bane. Amma inda Allah yana yi abu kafin su tafi, sun kiriya office na yan sanda na Enugu State. Sun kiriya office na yan sanda na Enugu State, sun gaya musu duba mutane suna ta kiriya mu an ce wai ana kidnapping a wannan hanya wanda kowa ya sani. To shine DPO din ya gaya musu to kuje an ji makadan mu zamu bi ku. An ji makadan zamu bi ku, kasan yan sandan Nigeria ai da tsoro ba gaskiya. Sun ce su je, to sun tofi suna zuwa kusai, ashe sojojin Nigeria suke gani wajen. Sojojin Nigeria ne suke yi kidnapping din. Sojojin wanda kuke kira sojoji dai, ai mu dai ba ma kiran su sojojin Nigeria. Saboda mun san abin da aka yi a wajen. Mun sai ai su menene kuke kira su Boko Haram wanda sun tuba ai su ne ai aka zuba a cikin sojojin Nigeria da yan sanda. To su suke gensu ransu ya ɓace, su sojojin Nigeria din wanda suke aikin kidnapping din suna ganin wannan mutane suna zuwa, ransu ya ɓace. Suke fara yaya ne kuka ke zuwa nan, mun ji wai ana kidnapping siyasa sun ce su siya, me yasa ba ku gaya musu ba kafin ku zo? Ai shine damuwan fa. To sun gani an riga an samu evidence wanda za nuna duniya wai su ne ike yi wannan aiki sata mutane a wannan hanya a Enugu State. Menene suke fara harbe masu yambangan, masu vigilanting na Enugu. An harba wata mata da mijinsa suna tafiya da babaru. An harbe su, matan ta mutu a wajen. Namijin ga shi dai da ciwo a hospital yanzu, ba san ko shi dai warge ko bare warge bai. Yana ji na? To su masu security din, masu vigilante din, masu yambanga din, an harbe su. Mutum nawa ne sun mutu. Wanansu suna hospital da bundiga abin nan bullet a cikin jikinsu. Ana ba su treatment. Akwai wadaya a wajensu wanda nashi dai shi bai mutu ba. Saboda sojojin sun harbe su. Suna tapa su da abin nan da boot dinsu. Sun harbe su sun nufi wai sun mutu. Shi yaro amma abin da ya sa ba su mutu ba, sun kiriya yan sanda. So an ji makadan yan sanda suke fara zuwa. So sojoji sun ga yan sandan suna zuwa, suke daina aikin da suke yi, harbe wannan mutane. So wanda suke harbe sun zo suna gyan mutane wai su barawo ne ai, wai su ESN ne, wai su IPOB ne ai. Kana ji? To a cikin wannan mutanen yambanga akwai daya wanda shi dai ya dan tashi zai iya yi magana. Shi ne masu jaridan Nigeria, masu media journalist sun je sun tambaye shi. Shi ne ya zo ya ge a fada gaskiya inda abu ya faru. Wai sojojin suke harbe su. Wai sojojin ransu ya ɓace. Wai ya za su zo suke fara harbe shi da kansa. An harbe shi sai dai harben ba harbe shi dem sa haka Allah bai yi ba wai shi zai mutu. In ba haka ba da wannan harbe ya kashe shi ai. To shi ne fito yana gaya duniya abin da ya faru. Mai waka karanta wannan abin ko baka karanta ba, saboda irin wannan labari baraka ji shi a Radio Nigeria, baraka ji shi a NTA, baraka ji shi a AIT ko Channel ko a Rise News. Bara su fada bai, saboda Nigeria baya so irin wannan abin. Jama'a, yau ne muna gaya muku, muna so ku gane abubuwa wanda ike faru a Nigeria. Ai damuwan mu a garin mu dai, ai sojojin Nigeria yanzu a jarinda wanda na karanta yau, shi 82 division din sun fito sun ce wai kariya ne wanda suke harbe ai barawo ne ai. Wai abin da ana gaya musu, allegation da ana sa a kansu wai kariya ne, bayan da ana da evidence. Tambaya ne ke tambaye ka, Nigeria zai taba yi kyau ba? Nigeria zai yi kyau ba? Ke da kanka ka amsa. To ga labari na biyu, gidan sama ya soka a Nigeria a Abuja. Gidan sama, mene kishi hudu, 4-story building ya sokar a Nigeria a wannan 21st century. Za ta jara Nigeria ne? Idan aka zo na daya ana ce wannan Nigeria irin wannan corruption zai ci gaba. Saboda baraka giya mun ba wai mu bara mu iya ginin gida siya a kasar Turawa ana ginin gidan kusan 40, 50, 16 gidan sama zai siya har da earthquake da komi gidan zai siya inda yake bare soka bai. Amma Nigeria gidan sama kashi hudu zai soka saboda corruption. Irin wannan abin idan ka bar shi zai ci gaba, gobe zai shafe ka. Waɗansu mutane suna aiki a gidan gashi yanzu sun mutu saboda aikin gwamnati ne. Kafin ka fara kana foundation, gwamnati zai zo yana investigating abubuwan da kaka yi. material kayan da kake yi aikin mai kyau ne. Idan ka sa kaya wanda ba mai kyau ba, za a ruguru da gidan da farko kafin su ka akan mutane. Amma Najeriya baya yi, za a baka bribe, za a yi shiru. Na ka shiga wata mata, wata yarinya wanda ya yi rubuta exam a JAMB. Ita ta je da kanta a computer na JAMB. Ta bude ta gani result dinta, ta printing dinta out. Ga ita da shi a hannunta. Wannan abun ya faru a watan biyar a wannan shekara. A watan biyar 2nd of May wannan abun ya faru. To aka shigo wannan July shine aka fara ji wenansu magana. Har ma je a cikin computer din kuma abu ya canja. Ni dai baran ji mamaki bai saboda a wannan JAMB, a wannan Nigeria, an nuna mana abin da aka yi da computer lokacin zaɓe election na Escobar Tinubu da Fito Obi. Mun san abin da ya faru. A wannan JAMB kuma shekara nawa ne wanda ya wuce aka gaya mana wai miciji ya cinye kudi a wannan JAMB. Ai ba irin maganan da zan ji dai wanda zan ji mamaki. Amma dai ni na fito maka da shi ke wanda kana da zuciya. Ka gani abin da zai tabbatar, zai sa ka fito ka yi magana a ce a raba Nigeria. A dare ta kawai, a daina ana Nigeria. Saboda ba gaskiya. Saboda ba gaskiya. Idan kuma ka ki, wannan abin zai shafe ka. Inda zai shafe ka baraka sani bayan. Wallahi ina gaya maka. Ga mutane suna cikin gidan da ana gini. Saboda ba gaskiya a Nigeria. Shi yasa gidan ya soka. Mewa kai kana wajen zaka mutu. Zaka mutu. In one way or the other, abin zai shafe ka. Abin zai shafe ka idan ka ki gaskiya. Mu ne IPOB, mun fito muna giya duniya gaskiya, kuma abin da za a yi abu iri kyau, yi ma ke dan bakin fata yi maka kyau. Mun fada. Sai dai kunne wanda zai ji, da hannun wanda zai yi aikin shine damuwa. Amma wannan barai hana mu bayan, za mu ci gaba da magana, za mu dinga muna fada. Idan kana da kunne ke ji, idan kuma kana so ka yi aikin kan yi, in ba haka ba a zona, amma mu dai bara mu daina. Haka ne za mu yi har lokacin da za mu kawo gaskiya a wannan duniya, a wannan continent na Africa. A nan za mu kawo wannan magana a ƙarshe. An ji makadan zaka iya kira mu da wannan number idan akwai magana +18326373499, ko da yake ka same mu a +61481870925. Kuma a Skype zaka same mu da suna Nwachineke. Jama'a, assalamu alaikum.
That it is also, when you say reasonable cost for reimbursement of reasonable payments, what does that mean? Is 10 million naira reasonable payment for kidney? Some people will tell you that too. So you actually legalized the sale of organs in Section 53. Now, my colleague AGK had asked whether I was there when this cartel made the negotiation. The answer is yes, I was physically present in a deliberation. We were called as leaders of the private health sector to the headquarters of General Electric, the biggest company in the world, the leading medical company in the world. And we were told that Bill Gates offered them $2 billion to build 260 hospitals.
Leaders in this country must listen. This impunity cannot go on. It is not possible that armed bandits are settled in our farmlands and forests and they are organized in a very military way. And the security operatives don't know where they are. Nobody disturbs them. Yet, unarmed Igbo boys hold a meeting in Enugu, and the SSS or whatever it is called suddenly discovers where they are and lives are lost. This is not acceptable. This is the type of thing that will turn a country to a land littered with just ruins. It is not possible that here in Nsukka we hear the Muslim call to prayer from our windows in our bedrooms as early as 4 a.m. And a Christian who in Abuja takes her Bible to call people to accept Jesus Christ is murdered by an Islamic fundamentalist and nothing happens. It cannot continue. And these are the things we have to say no to. It is not just about SARS. It is about injustice. It is about violence. It is not possible that Muslims in this country can acquire land and build mosques anywhere. Many mosques are rising in Nsukka now. And Christians can no longer obtain land to build churches, even in the so-called Christian-dominated states, let alone the London states. You may have heard that the governors of northern Nigeria said that they need SARS because maybe there they perform the function for which they were established. Correct. But then, what does that tell you? That this country can no longer be ruled or governed as if we were all the same in everything. There must be different levels of governance and autonomy, because if SARS is so oppressive in the south and so helpful in the north, then there must be different standards in the north and in the south. Some call it restructure, some call it anything. I'm not interested in the name, but there must be some form of decentralization of governance in this country if we want to move forward. There is too much power and money at the center. That is why governance is no longer service.
Young girl, Deborah Yakubu Samuel, 200 or 300 level, Shehu Shagari, College of Education, Sokoto, just uttered a voice note in their WhatsApp group class. They tagged it blasphemy. You said you were one Nigeria. They came to the school, brought her out from the class. Where was the security? Where were the Nigeria DSS and Nigeria Army? To watch the video, the young lady was running for her dear life. She saw death, painful death. She was brutally killed. Her life was snatched from her forcefully by the Muslims. Just because she said Holy Ghost fire. Why sending the religious things in our WhatsApp group? This is a class WhatsApp group made for students, made for information. They ganged up and tagged it blaspheming, and you say we are one Nigeria. Where we are the politicians, where we are men, she was running and screaming for life. People were passing cars. She was stoned to death. And the only thing Nigeria could tell us was only 2 persons arrested out of hundreds of people that stoned this young lady. Not only that 2 were arrested, 34 lawyers headed by a professor of law demanding that the killers of Deborah should be released. 34 Muslim Islam lawyers volunteered, came out to defend the murderers that killed an innocent young girl. 34 lawyers headed by a professor of the law to demand for their release. Even the chief of Imam of Sokoto, Abuja, came out publicly to say what those people did, committed murder, they are right. Until today, they are not arrested. If you are to be a pastor, they will target that the pastor is getting war. One Nigeria is a scam. We can't be one, and we don't want to be one. No justice for Deborah Samuel Yakubu. We are still crying on the death of this innocent young girl. Our Igbo men in Sokoto, their houses and shops were set ablaze. You say we are one Nigeria, you destroy our businesses, you kill us, you make life difficult for us. One Nigeria is a scam. Bishop Kuka, the bishop of the Roman Catholic Church in Sokoto, will have been killed. Katigra ablaze. The bishop's court ablaze. You say we are one Nigeria because he spoke and said the truth. He condemned wickedness and injustice, and they sent for him to be killed. But the imam of Abuja and Sokoto supported murder, supported evil. They are walking freely. Nobody arrested them. Nobody sent anybody to kill them. You say we're one Nigeria. You said we're one Nigeria 3 days ago at International Market Day, Abuja, where billions of naira belongs to Igbos were set ablaze. You said we're one Nigeria. The land is sick. We are still talking on what happened in Sokoto, what happened in Abuja. Another is happening in Bauchi, where they said another young lady blasphemed again, and they are looking for her to kill yesterday. She narrowly escaped, and Igbos again were the targets. Just a young man stood to defend this nation, to defend these people, and said, we are not one Nigeria. Allow us to go. You arrested the man, detained him under DSS custody, just because he said, allow us to go. And whether they like it or not, by God's intervention, we will go. It is time for Christians all over the world to wake up. We have been praying. We keep on praying. And even as we pray, it is time to fight. In as much we know that war is not good, but we can't fold our heads and watch us being killed. All in the name of an umbrella, one Nigeria. Me, a priest, don't believe in one Nigeria. Bringing it down to Anambra State. The north, we are not safe. In the east, we are not safe. Oh Lord, heal our land. You are telling our brothers in Sokoto, in Bauchi, in Abuja to come back home. Come back where? Where there is kidnapping, where there are killings, yes, where there is no security. Come back where? Today we cannot walk freely in Anambra State any longer. Why are we doing this to ourselves? I speak to the eastern region. I speak to my fellow Igbo brothers. Why are we killing ourselves? If you kill all the young men, who will stand on the day of battle? And they know what they are doing. They will not bring security men to the east. They want us to kill ourselves. How can your fellow Igbo brother, one negibo Igbo, one negibo Igbo, what will you gain? Is that how we are going to get the Biafra? All these people you shoot on the way, they are your brothers. We have a major enemy. We have enemies. We have enemies, clean us. Let's stick together and fight that demon, that enemy. We are clean ourselves. The land is sick. I want to plead with the Igbos. Don't stop killing your brother. The land is sick, filled with criminality, state of lawlessness, no security. Our lives is in the hand of God.
I want to know support for Nigeria. And why you look for it also? If I need why 200 and something years when one way just why makana up go na work na why 200 and something years of one would a job where Adechi why also I'm gonna be the boss where muta umwefa and it goes also go 500,000 go also onye na-ekwu eziokwu also enwere anything wrong with to do with why or when is emekata na Igbo ka why ji ọzọ ana m ekwu why ọwụ na jiri ọzọ na Igbo nkwesị ka ewere okwute tugbuo ya ma onye ahụ chiri ya ọzọ ma igwe ahụ kpunyere nwaanyị ahụ okpu nkwesị ka ewere okwute kugbuo nwoke ahụ chiri nwaanyị ọzọ ajụkwana m ajụjụ ọzọ nwaanyị ya jiri ọzọ nwoke anyị eyipụ nkwasịkwa pantị again because iwuru n'onye ọzọ nwoke aka ya adịghị aka na ịkanye eyi brezi ndị Igbo alụ unu na-eme dị egwu nye ka unu ji wee kpụrụ Nnamdi Kanu kpochie alụ unu na-eme ndị Igbo ọtọ na unu na-eme dị egwu amarọ m ekwu kama na ọ na-agba ọgba n'obi ọgba n'ọnụ ọ nke gbarụ n'ọnụ ka m kwuo n'ụtụtụ a Chineke nna mere ụmụ gị ebere ma napụta Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ka o siri ọnọdụ apụta amarọ ebe ndị a na-aya aya amarọ na ọ dị famili amarọ ndị a na-aya aya amarọ ndị a na-aya aya n'isi Nnamdi Kanu Chineke nna merụ Nnamdi Kanu ebere biko onye eziokwu lekwasị ya anya ebere lekwasị ya anya ọ bụrụ na onye kwuzi eziokwu n'ụwa agbodie n'obe Chineke zọpụta nwa orugo ka ị na-eme nke aka na-ebunye afọ asọ gị enu n'afa Chukwu ọka bịa my pray ise biko onye nụ meseji achị ya bye.
This is Radio Biafra also service to coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ohamadike, one of Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is the director of Radio Biafra and her television, the commander of the armies of Biafra and the greatest man living on this planet Earth. And this broadcast is coming to you from me, a servant of the Most High, a servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, the firstborn of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a proud disciple of our lead in the person of Nwachineke. Our lines are open right now. You can call in +18326373499, +18326373499, +18326373499, +18326373499. You can get us also +614-818-70925, +614-818-70925, +614-818-70925, +614-818-70925. Also on Skype, you can get us with the name Nwachineke. Let me bring my dear brother Mazi Ugo. Ugo keke me otekwa. Can you hear me? Ugo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Good morning to you, Machuku.
Ugo, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yes, Mazi, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Good morning to you, my beloved brothers and sisters. People who remains our strength. And we must continue to stand on the side of the truth. Yes, my name is Ugan. I'm calling from the blessed land of Biafra, Mazi. You see, you mentioned so many things. The evil that the zoo security agency are committing. We are the only people that it's making it clear to our people that look at the people that is going against what we are doing. Look at the people that is committing all this evil. But they are tagging it innocent citizens at the same time. Innocent is ESN. When it comes to the security personnel, you mentioned that the zoo army, they really want to kill that guy. But his life is in the hands of Chukwu Abiyama. That is the reason why he didn't die. And at the same time, Chukwu Abiyama saved him for him to tell what he sees. You know that they are debunking this information, this clear information in their zoo radio station, that they say that nobody, when people are trying to make comments saying it is Nigerian army, and you will see some useless zoo journalists very soon, just as one is in the zoo radio broadcasting, defending lies. That is exactly what will happen to so many of you that is protecting the image of the Zoological Republic, killing the citizens either one way or the other. The zoo soldiers are the ones that kill. They really want to kill that guy, but Chukwu Abiyama protect him so that he will live to tell the story as a witness. Because if you are talking rubbish, saying it's a hoodlums, the woman that the straight, but they even deny that they are not the one that shoot the straight bullet. Then who shot the straight bullet? You talk about these evil people, that is how they are parading. Yesterday, if you see what they are doing with the jet fighter, but Chukwu Okike Abiyama will show them that you can never come to another man's land and you maneuver. You take what belongs to that person, because we are not demanding what is in their own. We continue to tell the whole world that the Geological Republic, the zoo, is a lawless country. The Zoological Republic, the animal kingdom, the business center of Britain, is a lawless country, and the British, as you know, you talk about ancient serpents. For those of you that doesn't know, let us describe this ancient serpent so that you will understand it. Ancient serpent stands for the devil himself. Then the devil himself is manipulating, walking around, trying to cage different part of the African country in the sense of the British government are the evil that is going behind all the things you see happening to different African black country. The people that is doing it, but you as a person that they are asking you to go and die. I am asking you a question: why must you go and die? Are you a fool? If they put a light and say go inside the light will consume you, and as a mumu you are, you walk inside that consuming fire, so that the fire will consume you. The reason why I'm saying this is because the black race entirely, so-called Zoological Republic citizens, the well-meaning Nigerians, the educated fools in Nigerians, intellectuals and professors, useless professors in the zoo, they are up to, as a man, you have grown for you to take a decision. These people that is pressing you like a calculator, pressing you like what do I describe? It's time for you to say enough is enough. What is going on in our land today? Evil that is happening in our land today by so-called Fulanis, the people that is using them is this Britain and the rest of them. There are so many of them that is holding hand, committing evil in our land. They are using different part of so-called government agency, so-called the elites. They're the ones in our land, but we are saying whatever you do today will return back to you tomorrow. To you, if you like, you die. Your children will take the wages of your work. That is exactly what we are trying to tell you. Or you that you hold hand together to make sure that our leader, Mazi Nwachineke Kanu, our innocent man that you have sent to us, you are your friend. When that time comes, you know that your friend. Thank you so much, Mazi. Thank you.
Mazi Nwachineke, can you hear me? Mazi Nwachineke, can you hear me? No. I think the zoo is flogging you.
Good morning. Good morning from Biafra land. Yeah, I can hear you.
Mazi, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Hello? Hello, good morning. I am hearing you, Mazi.
All right, go ahead. I can hear you now.
May Elohim bless you. That is the Zoo network from our locations here. Mazi, may Elohim bless you. My name is Mazi Nwachineke. Mazi, if for all these things that you are saying this morning is the reality, all the military barracks in Biafra land, all of them are terrorist places. All of them, all the military barracks in Biafra land, all of them owned by terrorists. Nigeria government, Nigeria soldiers, Nigeria police, all of them are terrorists in the Biafra land. But that thing they are looking for, they will see it. The land will swallow all of them. No matter whatever they are doing, because we are not dragging the land of Niger or the land of Sokoto. We are dragging the land that senior all of them here. So the ancestors and our fathers and the innocent soul that Nigeria have returned more than since 1940 now will swallow all of them. It will eat all at it. We have a culture and
Mazi Obiukundewo, ihe go na network na alo. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. All Zoological Republic. Let me bring in our dear sister. Wada Kekimel, can you hear me?
Adema, yes, Mazi. I'm doing well, and you? Nnamdi Nwachineke. Thank you for what you are doing for your beloved country. Mazi, before I listened to your news this morning, your update. I want to comment. I want to say something before I comment. I just want to salute our leader, the savior of mankind, the legend, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I pray that Chukwuka will continue to strengthen him, heal his body, his ears. Let the healing of Chukwuka flow from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet and neutralize every poison and heal him permanently. But I want to comment on the news this morning, the one that you read concerning the teenagers, Mesoma. I read the news on the social media too. I was so sad. You know what happened? They sold her result to somebody. This is done by WAEC officials, 2 or 3 of them. The girl that her result is still present in her own now, the parents might have paid them to do this. And if they are saying she forged a result, which is not true, they should also provide her own result. She wrote for JAMB, right? She wrote for JAMB. She should have a result. Okay, what is her result? If she faked this one, let them produce her own, because she should have a result. No, there's nothing that you cannot hear. Every time you go to social media, you're wondering which animal is this thing, honestly. Which animal are these people? It's unbelievable. What we hear, stories, abomination you be seeing in social media is too much. Look at now, a teenager, they have the guts to say that she faked it. It's so unfortunate. I hate this country with a passion. All of them, nobody is righteous. From their bishop to the least of them, those that carry the church upon their head, all of them. There nobody is righteous there. An average Nigerian is a criminal. I can prove it. As remain resolute. I want to greet our HOD, let him remain resolute, and our continental rep, all the DOAs doing assiduously. I also want to encourage my people here in UAE. As many as all of us are remain resolute, paying our monthly dues, attending meetings, contribution in one way or the other. May Chukwuka continue to strengthen all of you and provide for you, and all of us shall see Biafra. Mazi Ndewo, continue your good work.
Ndewo, that's our dear sister, Wada Joyce, our national coordinator. UAE, Ndewo Wanyoma, Yagazele. And very important, before I take over that, because some of us don't attend meetings. You don't go to meeting, but you always come to enjoy maybe broadcast and all those things. You know that if not the unit meeting, radio will not broadcast. You don't know. Yeah. That is the strength of this struggle. So don't joke with your meetings. You must go there, pay your dues. Pay the levy, support men on ground. Men are on ground, defending all this evil you are seeing happening. If there is no resistance for one moment, it will have been worse And this effort will come from your unit meetings. Very, very important. So as our sister reminds us again, I want to echo it. If you are not attending meetings in your unit, you are just social media freedom fighter. We don't need it. You need to localize yourself to the local unit where you belong or zone, and make sure you pay your monthly dues. Very, very important. Let me thank you very much, Wada Yagazelegi. Let me bring in Mazi Charles.
No.
Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi Vincent. Kekimel.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning, sir. Mazi, I just want to chip in. What I want to say is this thing that they did to our sister is not just, they did not do it for doing sake, but trust me, these people want to destroy that fact that we are more intelligent. And if our so-called intellectuals, or how did they put them, say, if they keep quiet for this ugly incident that is happening now, it means that we can never ever stand the chance of winning, of being the most intelligent student in any other exam again. Because from now they will start to manipulate it. So the reason why they are doing this thing is just to show people that an Igbo man, an Igbo lady, or an Igbo youth are not the most intelligent. And if our people take this thing lightly, even at the end, they still bring her original results, which they are going to bring. But if this situation is being taken lightly, as I can tell you, no more Amaka or Chibike won the highest position. No more again this Nigerian history. They want to just silence that one. This is what I want to chip in. Thank you very much, Maza.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. What you said is right. They just want to silence us. And it's good to remind, just as I made mention of RBHS question from her Twitter and the news I read, it's good we let other women to be aware. All these our Nigerian top women. This is the job you need to do for this girl now. All the what's the name of this? All this wife of His Excellencies. Then one who don't know banner. You need to rise up. If not, they will do it Nigerian thing. And all of you are Nigerian. They will do it Nigeria to silence the future of Mesome Ejikeme. The wife of Mama Soludo Wedukwa. I have not heard about the first lady of Anambra State. Soludo Jidukwa. I don't know. These are the duty you need to wake up. This woman who is the senator, yes. All of you need to stand for this lady. Former aviation, Stella Dua. The reason why I'm mentioning your names is this. If the corruption of Nigeria was high during your own time, and this same thing they want to do to this lady, they did it to you, you will not be Stella Dua you are today. I tell you the gospel truth, you wouldn't have been. Even now, end there up, bro, Lady T, just end up locally. Not that is because Nigeria frustrated you. That is what they want to do to this lady, this little girl. And you people must wake up, because only one Nigeria, only one day one Nigeria. When you have a problem, one Nigeria, you need to go and solve it for this little bright future we have. Very, very important. Just as our sister Mother Joyce said, the lady has her own result. Let's see her own result. Print it out and show us the technical glitches. Let's see where this problem come from. Very, very important. Let me go to Prophet. Prophet Okichuku. Prophet. Can you hear me? Is the prophet?
Can you hear me, Sir Nwachineke? Yes, can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Nwachukwu Okike Abiama, you see, Biafrans, anywhere you are on this earth, open your eyes. If you don't obey directors of state, then the chicken do same. For us to get our leader, then Nnamdi Kanu out and become free as a free people on this earth, to live on this our land. You see this Biafra land here, where the whole world, both Fulani and Yoruba, everybody they fight, go Joe Biden. To take it, because that is the decision of the world to take our land, because we are completely idiot. I think I have rules on one here. I think the 7 days sit at home. IPOP leadership and sit at home. Then again, I'm going to do we are IPOP. I heard that ball. I work a change strong and no one. What in goes? Nobody did the chicken does him. Now, when they go carry me say, oh, shop of that. I want to call you also. My father, my bishop, my personally, my governor. One part, I get when any die idiot and say, oh, that is a mama. Onye ga-ekwele kpamkpatam ma nwanne deda onye ọbụla na nọdụ n'okpuru dede chike dozo directors of state, you are gone. Ọmọdé emere anyị inwe onye iwe onye Igbo azụọla ala Igbo mewe ọha na eze ndị Igbo, mewe ọha Igbo Congress in Japan, mewe eze ndị Igbo in America. Next time they say this land won and one sell to the world, tomorrow all of us go die, our children go replace, no be so. Then where they go replace? You know, get sense. You can say that a PhD science. That can be created. My father, back on with the beacon. On your bulla, without one more case, Mazima, also them, you just to choose that. What about that there? I actually couldn't catch him and him and then Kenya. You want to separate them. On your bulla, he will pay the price. Actually, he should cook ma nwanne ma ụmụnne dede maka dede wu nwanne onye ọbụla ma mmụọ okechi ụzọ mmụọ ya ụzọ okechi blessed dị dede ojebe dị my God open ọbịa na-abịa ibe n'ọnụ nwanne ihe a generation iwe okenye dede dozi certificate respect yourself and release that Nnamdi Kanu. Have bear witness if option to be free for Biafra people ndị Igbo to occupy this our land is by violence. No nation will exist by everybody perish. Let rest. That time in nation, the whole world has prepared to take and keep Biafra people, to take our land. Let us bless everybody perish. Everybody perish. And the creator, the owner of this world, will take a land and do whatever. That's how landlord do. So that United Nations release our leader now. Then let's take a deuxième. Onion was in the Daniel chapter 10, from verse 1 to end. Daniel chapter 11. From verse 1 to end. And the same Daniel chapter 12, from verse 1 to end. Daniel chapter 10, verse 19 and verse 20, underline. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4, verse 10 and verse 13, verse 13, underline. And Daniel remain faithful to the end. Though you will die, but you will resurrect to occupy your seat. All that are dead and the Kanu. Oh, I wouldn't get one lawa. What onye shala nga apụ gala weta ala o nwa Chineke letewe nwa Chukwu okike abịama omedo all the close gala akwụkwọ we have seen that the whole world are useless. Every organization on this earth, all the world leaders, you people are terrorists. You push out to Trump to use and they replace those America. You're telling us that you take the land of Biafra. America, let us see. That's the American government. You have intellectuals and this side that have institutions that will train people to live on this earth. Then they want to take our land. American government. Because they don't want to take the land of the ancient trade because we have idiot leaders that they can have the right to pack our money and to come to you and the bank. Are you not a thief? Now, which court will judge? Are you not an American? Are you not you are watching injustice happening. Because you want to drain oil from my that oil pipeline, we are cutting it off with immediate effect. And every leader in Biafra land, take every order from the rest of state. Me where's it? Me governor will not get about so all of them, but I'm waiting a car. Let tire to the boom. A pipeline, yes, it's all right. That's the ticket of the That's the ticket of let me can prepare about that Nnamdi Kanu. Why Biafrans?
Desmond, can you hear me?
Good morning to you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, indeed. Well, good morning to Biafrans all over the world. Nwachineke, I'll be very fast because I see you are trying to round up. What I want to say is that we have to continue to encourage our people on what we are doing. There is evil in our land, and it's our responsibility to chase away this evil because the right time has come and the right leader has been given to us by Okike. And we have to do the right thing in order to reclaim back our land. Our people must remember that for many years, our land has been controlled by the Caliphate, the Britain, and the rest of them. So it's not going to be easy to get it back, and that is what we are seeing. Mazi Nwachineke said some time ago that the military, when they come out, they remove their uniform and they go and kidnap and rob. And that is what is going on. And what with just this thing that happened now has confirmed it, that that is what has happened. And that is why the vigilante also sometimes have understanding with this military. And then maybe this one, maybe it did not work out well for the both sides. Because these government vigilantes are the same people. They are not there to protect our people. They are there to help the military and the people. That is why you see the one happened in Anambra State. That the one that caught the Fulani rapists and allowed them asking rubbish questions, you see. So that is the point. So it's our responsibility to reclaim back our land. And how do we do that? We have to support IPOB. We have to support ESN. The only genuine security that we have, the defense of land of Biafra, is only ESN. And any security, maybe local vigilante that is not affiliated to ESN, that is fake. Because it's either from the government or from the Igwe or from the PG. They are all fake. And people must understand this thing. So anywhere you are, you support ESN, verified through IPOB zones, IPOB units, or any other means that is being approved by HODDOS, and you support ESN for the defense of land of Biafra, that our mothers will be able to go to farm and come back. You see about this jam something that they are saying. What do you expect from Nigeria? Our people should. This is what is expected. This is Nigeria for you. That is Nigeria. Where evil and everything bad reign supreme. That's Nigeria. So what do you expect? A whole education that is an educational board like JAM is allowing itself to be dragged into the mud, just as the judiciary have allowed itself to be dragged into the mud. What is remaining in that country? Definitely and totally nothing. Our people must understand. And anywhere you are a Biafran, you are in Lagos, they continue to come back home because they are fighting us from all angles. These are people that do not understand it. Only the restoration of Biafra is going to stop all this rubbish. So our demands still remain the unconditional list of our leader and a referendum because we are not going back. We are here and we must continue. Continue, great Biafrans. Take your directive from DOS and always follow directive because this cause is noble and the end Chukabema will give us victory. Thank you very much, Nwachineke, and Chukabema will bless you from here. Ndewo.
Thank you very much, my dear brother Mazi Desmond. Thank you. Mazi Chinedu, can you hear me?
I want to thank my brother, the West Phillies, for the Mazi Desmond. Keep up the good work. I always like his call, especially the reminder of ESN funds. And Mazi, what I want to say is that our sister that you played her voice yesterday, I want to encourage her that there are still men, and I find out that this will always select one of the weakest mind among us to perpetrate all of those things. That nonsense interview, you ask yourself, if they were not ready to take any action, why were they videoing it? What did they want to achieve? So you see that these things are mental game. They want to defeat us mentally, where we will just be taking everything. So these are the weakest people in our midst that we do use to do all those things. There are still, at least, there are men in the bush. Not anymore. Then the issue of Nigeria, as our brother just said, every of their institution has failed. Their education, their presidency, their judiciary. So anybody that is still hoping on Nigeria, And once more, I want to still reiterate it that anybody that is in this Nigeria, especially from the east, that is open in Nigeria is doing itself. And anybody that is not listening to this very radio is doing itself a great harm, because this is where you know how to be safe in this biggest zoo that is in the whole world, that is in the world. Because what you listen here will protect you, just as it is now in Enugu, that as it is in the whole Biafra, and what they have been doing, especially with their military uniform. But I want to thank our US who have tried so much, especially in this very time. But I'm telling them that this thing that is happening to us is a blessing in disguise, because at the end, none of us will remain the same. At least I've learned a lot. Especially these content those people in social media that have been using all of this. Not everything you see is shared, because we are the people that is promoting our these people. Just as we have promoted the Epirima. But downwards is where it's going to. And at the end, we'll see how you end. Because at the end, no, darkness can never defeat light. Mazi, I think it's not easy to be in this very place.
Thank you very much, Ndewo. Thank you so much, Mazi Chinedu. Yagazelu. We must continue. The next caller on the line, can you hear me? Reconnecting. Zoological. Mazi Chidubem,
hello.
Can you hear me?
Nwachineke. Yes. Good afternoon from here. Good afternoon to my leader, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike, Chukwokikabia Makina Abagume, Nenyegin, Necheregi, Nechapuragi Kuromaka Biafra. And for you alone, Biafra must be restored. It's a must. Mazi, you see, every institution in that British Luciferian contraption called Nigeria is a capital scam. Everything about Nigeria is scam. You see, when we tell our people we are being hated in that contraption, this is also another platform to prove. You know what they want to do? They want to bastardize our ingenuity when it comes to education. I watched a video by that little Soma, a very brilliant chap. As smart as he is, if Oyena to psychologically you will know. She proved to the world that right from her first day in coming first positions. Why is JAM not bringing out her script? Let them publish her script before the world, or call her again to rewrite that same exam and let us see what they will do. What they are trying to do now is they want to see how they can destroy our level of intelligence. But the truth is that according to those that read the Bible, when you read chapter 1 verse 5, to be men it is we the children, the ancient people despite our stupidity, despite our gullibility, Chineke has blessed us with natural wisdom, undiluted. So whatever the janjaweeds and these idiots and these uncircumcised infidels are doing to destroy our race, they will fail and they will fail and they will fail. I just want our people. And another thing again is this young man, our brother, innocent. Innocent gave this girl a scholarship of 3 million naira. Immediately, this matter came up. Innocent withdrew. Only her own daughter. Innocent withdrew his scholarship on her. Man had just say, no, him and Igbo. Now, he will want to go through process, want to go through a protocol to serve his slaves. These are people we are fighting for. And why not stand and defend this young girl? Why not take extra length? Okay, let me go. It's in the number. Let me go and know who this girl is. Come Jenna Ben there, Jenna school lodger. Let me go and know if Tuli or Weji the common 3 million naira or 3. And luckily, people are coming out to sponsor that girl. I will advise that young girl to leave the zoo. Go to zoo, boy, but you take her out. Then, if you're going through filing a case against the zoo, they will still win their stupid case because they are action that IPOB and Chineke not the one that is having Nigerian military apparatus. And when they are designed to kill them, following just like what I think about this. Any dream money that can explain it to us, but not negotiable. We have come to defend the land of Biafra. And may the God, Chukwokika Biama, the God of the ancient that gave us the land of Biafra through our ancestors, we shall continue to praise and bless him. Until Biafra comes and beyond, so shall it be. Thank you.
Ndewo, Mazi Chiluba Ndewo, Agazi. I always enjoy your call. Mazi Obidike, can you hear me? Just 1 minute. I know you make an announcement. Mazi Obidike Libravel.
Nwachineke, good morning.
Ndewo, Mazi.
Good morning, Nwachineke.
Go ahead.
Good morning. Mazi, God bless you. Bless your family. So I was a bit late because I went somewhere this morning. Mazi, I do know. I love the way you say things because you say things as it is. Meanwhile, let me just give some analysis for what we're keeping that we went yesterday. Yesterday we went to give our fallen hero the last respect last night, but the boys was very annoyed because the family members in Nigeria refused the family members here, the family here, to take the corpse home. So we were very annoyed because this month they will go and bury the gallant man here. So we are not going in there. We are
why not you people take him home now?
Yesterday night.
Mazi, why not you people take him home? Take the corpse home by yourself.
The family refused. The family at home refused that nobody should take the corpse home because the boy left to Nigeria for a long time. So they don't want the corpse to come home. So we are
is that the only their reason? Is there any other thing attached to it, or is this the only the reason?
We ask everything. Whether the boy committed, and they said he did not commit anything. That they are members of Seventh-day and whenever somebody dies, where they will bury him. Even the family members here struggle to convince them. Nothing we have not do to convince them. They say no. So they say okay. We say since they refuse, well, let us do what their wish. Even the matter is up to. We went to even up to China and so he gave us that he said that anything that the family said that we should follow. That is why we decide to leave the matter. We struggle. We did everything here for them to understand, but they don't want us to. That is, and boss was very happy. Was very grievous yesterday night. They are very annoyed.
Well, it's up to the family decision or whatever. But I thought maybe maybe now I would allow the boy. But if that is their culture or tradition or whatever, it's up to them because
we don't know. We don't know that one remains for them because we don't know. Maybe somebody did him the boy not to come home. And we don't want the court to home so that they can do whatever. But that one remains for them. Mazi, thank you. What I want to say again about the lady that said that he forged her result.
That is why we are saying we want Biafra. Because if you have Biafra, if you have brain, it's what you wrote in the exam that they will give to you. It's still what, for example, this one is a case because somebody that is number 4 in election, they make him number 1. People that is number 3 in election, make him number. So this one is small case. We are not going to bother ourselves. We are praying that Biafra must come. If Biafra did not come, that is soludo. None of them will let it to be. But this one now is poor girl. They don't want to look into the matter. But God will help the girl. Who have brain, whether they lead it or not. She still, the brain is still there. She can be what she be tomorrow. Mazi, God bless our leader, Mazi Nwachineke, and the HOD. God bless everybody in IPOB struggle. We know our leader, Biafra flag will be raised. But remember, God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mazi Obidike Dewo. Thank you, as we bring this broadcast to an end. At this moment, may the Most High bless each and every one of us, strengthen us. May we remain resolute, always fight for Biafra to come. There is nothing again. Even just to speak out only the truth cannot save you again. In Nigeria and in the world, you need to fight. You need to fight. Don't just rely, we say the truth. We have spoken the truth. Or now how can say even mad no one now? The worst is in Nigeria. You see evidences we have been presenting to you. Evidences. You can see evidences we have presented to you so far. The security men that were shot, the one that is still alive, came out and testified. Still, they are still denying it with evidence. Mesome Jikeme is also an evidence. Nothing good is in this country, Nigeria. Not just only to speak, but to fight. We must fight. As I said, brother, look at the truth in your right hand, in your left hand as you show them. Your AK-47, 49 is what will push the truth to stand. Apart from that, no way. In heaven, the same thing. The truths were spoken against the beasts in heaven. But Archangel Michael then pulled their sword. They did not just stand and say, this is the truth, okay, take it course. They fought. And the beasts left them. And peace reigned. That is it. Apart from that, the same thing will be happening, brothers. We must fight. We must fight to get our future bright. We must fight to liberate ourselves. There's no two ways about it. So please press on. Stand firm. Attend meetings. Attend your meeting. Attend your meeting. I don't know why you don't want to identify. I don't know which group do you belong that will do good thing that IPOB will do for you in your future. That is the question you ask yourself. Otu ino n'ime ya now, ke ihe ọ ga-eme in future. Anyị anọkọtago n'Igbo Union ọha na eze ya onweghị ọka ihe a na-eme dị ya na ọhụ eshi nwụra eti gị n'akpati bụ n'anyị ma nwunye gị mụọ nwa anyị bịa rie ṅụọta tee powder ma isi na-agba nkwụ ma ị na-anụ nwaanyị. All these things we have it in our IPOB unit meeting. Despite that, we are focusing, fighting for your freedom, for our land. So why would you be wasting time in all those unions that don't even have bus stop? But we have radio station. Radio I tell you the truth. We have our radio, we have our men on ground, proud enough to identify as an IPOB under the leadership and do what you're supposed to do. Go to meeting, contribute. We will come and do that for you, as long as we did not defocus from Biafra restoration. So why won't you? Most of us don't attend meetings and they don't contribute, but they follow up everything. Oderama, it's not good. It's not good. Nigeria will not help you. Nigeria can never support you. Nigeria can be a werisi. Your governors, senators, all these people, they have sodomized them. A useless yegi nampuru bigini megi tinya kanu mwifina chorime. All of them in China makorin, those things. So we are telling you the truth. We are here to fight that evil. See that evil? We are here to fight it. And by the grace of Jehovah Elohim, we are defeating them. So one day, join IPOB. Be part and parcel of what we are doing. Contribute to all Tonaga meeting. Contribute to pay your dues. Pay your levy. Support ESN. Support men on Ndani Rikwenni. They will eat. They have wife. And all those things. You need to understand. You can say what all these things in. So we need to equip men. Men ga bakwa. So I get you go thing hageji. Iman kemana me ku ezono na medipum ga gwa ya komkom. One day ga ya dakwa all men ga ba. We no ka na ba Russia na Ukraine all the aga ba. So we go ka geji go tesichan umu ihe ndia. You must contribute. Me owro ni ifro nwe ga so onye Igbo. Choro ka izopụta na Igbo. You must contribute. Ndị kwere na okwechi ike ọfụma o nwere ihe ga-adọ enwe ihe men enwe ihe ga-adọsa ebe commanders nọ ọ sị gị ka emewe ya now enwe ihe na-aka obi ọtago o nwere things ị ga-adọsara commanders ọ sị gị ọ kịta ka enwezi ihe that is ka agbaba mana before that thing will come any ego. So you must contribute. That is the essence of you attending meetings. You attending meeting, paying your dues, paying your levies. Very, very important. Very, very important. You must do that. Finally, this is Tuesday. I don't know whether you have tweeted. If you have not, make sure you go and tweet. Follow those you will follow and retweet. But don't go and retweet Hindu hit tweet channel, all those things. Check what you are retweeting before you retweet it. Follow those who know road. Retweet. When you are in comment section, make sure you comment. Counter those things. Counter those things. They have whatever they said there. Counter it. But they not hide it or that doesn't know. Counter it. Counter it. Make your own comment there and go. Thank you very much, and may the Most High bless us as we wrap it up with a word of prayer. Father, we pray for our leader with Psalm 23. The Lord, you are his shepherd, he shall not want. You make him lie down in green pasture. You lead him beside quiet water. You restore his soul. You guide him in path of righteousness. For your name's sake, even though he walks through the valley of shadow of death, he will fear no evil. For you are with him, your rod and your staff, they comfort him. You prepare a table before him in the presence of his enemy. You anoint his head with oil, his cup runneth over. For surely your goodness and mercy will follow our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all the days of his life. And he will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Father, we thank you. Also, we thank you for Distance Security Network. We thank you for the DOS. We thank you for IPOB all over the world. We thank you for our lives. We say, hallowed be thy name. Take glory, Almighty God. Take glory, Jehovah Nissi. Take glory, Abba, Father. Blessed be your holy name. Father, we'll make this prayer in the beautiful name of your beloved Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. And I leave you with this word. The Bible said, those who are wise will shine as bright as the sky.
In making them to at least stop in Europe is because they transfer the fight to Africa and to other colonized areas of the world. So Europe become cool. So what has been happening since 16th century in Europe? Yes. Physical war where they slaughter each other. Because when what they call the Reformation started, Protestants, by Martin Luther of Germany, all hell broke loose. They say, who is this man to question the Pope? From there, you have each country now start removing themselves, start asking that question. They have Anglican. That is Anglican Protestantism. So it became complete war. You see the war that is going on in Ukraine. Exactly. Like complete bloody war. People don't understand. So all these things, they transfer it to in our land. People that, we are spiritual people. Now, but what they cleverly did, they removed the originality of us, our original, and implanted the fake. And we are thinking that we are still the same, we are still holding the same spirituality. Whereas they understand we are holding fake. So the war continues. Mazi, I understand what you are saying, and that is what is happening in our land. Please go on.
Because I have taken time to study these people and what is going on. You see, they cannot agree. Sometimes I do wonder why is that you now have autonomous community, a town that used to be one people, they divide into four, and maybe initially the chieftaincy, the British, what do you call them, the British warrant chief is from Anglican part of it. And so, when they now divide the autonomous community, they now, through the governor they are putting in place in the state, now pick up a Catholic man as Eze in those four communities. This is what is going on in Igbo land. I'm telling you, because I don't even sleep. Sometimes I'm supposed to be sleeping 8 hours, but sometimes I sleep 4 hours or 5 hours. Because I bother my brain so much to find out what is really wrong with us, what is happening with, and I discovered that the England and Rome are fighting physical war in Igbo land, knowing fully well the type of people we are. And today, the war is raging on. Now let me not digress. I will digress and ingress. Let me go back to this issue of the so-called Ojus Okalo. Ojus Okalo is now lamenting. You see, he's a little boy. He just embraced Babangida group. And then from there, he become prominent. He can run to, the Niger State. And then our guy will tell him what to do. You see the way he was insulting Obasanjo. And all that. Even though Obasanjo is supposed to be insulted. Because Obasanjo is part of the greatest problem Nigeria has today. Now, these are our so-called Igbo, self-appointed Igbo politicians. Are one of the traitors we have in Igbo land. Sometimes they think that the Yorubas are stupid. Yorubas are not stupid. The Hausas are not stupid. The TV people are not stupid. Even the ethnic people are not stupid. They watch what you do, how you despise your own. After the Civil War, the war ended with all the suffering, with all the 5 million to 6 million lives we lost, with everything that happens to us. P2B have the gut to go and invite Nigeria military by the same Obasanjo that rigged him out, by the same Obasanjo that made it possible for him not to have his mandate. The same Obasanjo that sold his mandate to Eseren Oga and collected upfront payment because Obasanjo was so poor before Abdulsalami asked him to come and to represent the military, because that is exactly what happened. There was nothing like election. Olufaleye won the election, if we are to say something about that election then, because I voted for Olufaleye. But Obasanjo was made to be in power for so many reasons. This same Obasanjo was the one that Peter Obi now embraced as friend and asked him to bring military. Without rule of engagement, the military came to Igbo land and slaughtered our youth. He pretended not to know what happened because he knows how to speak Queen's English. These are what we are suffering today in Igbo land. Talk of Umahi. Umahi harboring his own animosity, because we should understand one thing. One good turn deserves another. Umahi himself knows very well that he is the governor of Ebonyi State and Abakaleke is the capital. If you see how average Abakaleke boy is insulted in Onitsha, you will ask, what type of thing is this? They used to insult you, and if you do something anyhow, they say, Nwa Abakaleka, Nwa Abakaleka. And what are you talking? You don't recognize them as your fellow Igbo man. You recognize as Abakaleke. What has Abakaleke have done to you? So these are the problems.
Mazi, this thing will be a topic on its own. You know, I've spoken about this. Me and I think we have treated it here one time. Mazi Austin and with Mazi Austin and Mazi Melchizedek. But I will bring it up again. The cause of this clanism in Igbo land, clanism. You know, this is it's a discrimination in itself.
Very serious discrimination. In fact, let me just tell you now. Let me tell you again. That P2B you see there, I hate that man with passion. I'm saying it on air. Do you know why? When P2B become governor in Anambra State, he made one law. He made one thing, that if you are not originally an Anambarian, you cannot be chairman of any market. You cannot be chairman of any local government. It will be brought up. Ask anybody around.
Evil. This is evil. And our people will embrace it.
This is evil. And you know, it benefited some people. They now say, Ndimwa, that in my present, a boy born 1975 insulted me. What type of thing is this? Because of the law P2B made. P2B single-handedly handed Onitsha North local government to Onitsha indigene. No election. You know, he did not conduct any election. He handed it over to them as a gift. And they occupied that place. They were enjoying everything about Onitsha North local government. You go to market, you want to contest any election in any of your market area. They say you are not from Anambra, and therefore you cannot contest.
Mazi, please. Mazi, yes. Then why are we crying if they say we are not from Lagos? Igbos are not from Lagos. Why are we crying? Because we need to expose all this. It is evil. Evil that we should condemn with every drop of our blood. Evil. We cherish evil.
I'm bringing this issue, Mazi, as I'm talking to you, I'm shedding some tears in my eye. Because I was there and everything was happening. I said, why must this man introduce this type of dichotomy in the midst of Igbo people? As you see him running around talking nonsense, he wants to be president of Nigeria. He don't even recognize you as an Imo man. Imo state that was created by Murtala Muhammad in 1975. Do you know why the Enugu people, the Wawa people decided to move away? It is because of these people, this little area we call Anambra, as in old Idemini, old Onitsha. They are so selfish. Their selfishness is alarming.
Mazi, please do not generalize, please. I don't agree. I know some of them that are, please. It's all these politicians that are bringing all these things. Please.
You see this platform? That is where we say the truth. Let heaven fall. If I don't tell you what you have done, you may think I am a foolish man who doesn't know. You see, the greatest problem I have in Onitsha was the same people within that enclave. They fought, they nearly killed me. Let me just tell you, they nearly killed me. Any progress I made is a problem to them. Don't say I should not generalize. They have not, there are people who look at themselves as more Igbo than the others. And when they want to go into election, they begin to call themselves Igbo. Don't you see the current governor? Don't you see the statement he made? Igbo Ndoza Yalana Nambala. Don't you hear? Didn't you hear? You hear him say such a thing? Igbo Ndoza. Why must you mention Igbo? That are causing problem in these so-called self-appointed politicians or leaders are the problem of Igbo. Why I'm trying to say this, that we need to rescue our people from the hands of these people because they are using divide and rule tactics, which was introduced to them by Britain. That is the same thing they are using. When they want to go to higher office, they remember their Igbo. But when they want to go to lower office, they remember their towns and villages and their clan. This is what is happening to us. And when they finish doing all these things, they think that other Yorubas are foolish. You go to Yoruba land, you have a field day, you buy your land, you build your house, nobody disturbs you. And then, when election time comes, you want to go and pick up one idiot because he's an Igbo man. This is where we are missing everything. If I'm in Lagos, I will vote for a Yoruba man. If I cannot bring a good candidate, I will vote for a Yoruba man. So that I will create my areas of influence there. That is the area we have not made our politics right. And who are causing this problem? These self-appointed Igbo leaders. These are the people. And they attach themselves towards religion. This is what is happening to us. Let us be honest with ourselves. I'm an elderly man. I cannot just come in here and begin to paint any word. If I should paint word, I stop speaking here. I can embarrass anybody, even my wife. I can embarrass her in public if she does anything nonsense. That is me. Because I don't have friend. I don't have permanent friend. Neither anybody. If you do anything wrong, I'll just right there in front of you, I tell you what you have done is wrong. So the problem we have is these self-appointed leaders who are not even leaders. Who knows Peter Obi before he came to contest election? Was it not in London?
Let me ask this also. Why is it that the population don't rise up to, condemn? Like if people are, all these politicians, I said it right from time that they didn't fall down from heaven. They came from us as Igbo people also. So any person that, look at, just like what you said, Chukwuma Soludo, He's an ordinary person yesterday because he became a governor. You know, like the statement, one of the statements he made, I preached against it here on Radio Biafra. He said, after the election, he said, any person, any community that didn't vote for their party, they will receive it hot. There will be consequences. I said, what? Why should this thing be happening in our land? And the people are not rising up to condemn this. That is the problem. Mazi, you know, Mazi, let me tell you, I'm talking my mind. The coming of Biafra will usher in is just a revolution. A revolution is not a joke. There will be blood. Do you see this old order that they have established in our land? Oh, how did Okezie win election? He went to camp. I could remember he went to on video. During campaign, he started talking to Ngwa people. Why are you calling it Diozo? Why this discrimination and people are embracing it is becoming part and parcel of us, and we are pretending that it is not happening. And when it happens from another person from Yoruba against Igbos, we start shouting, crying. Whereas all these things is what is happening in our land, and we embrace it, we clap for it because it favors you. Mazi, go on, please. Go on.
All right. You're now citing that of the foolish man who is an Ungwa man. I know when he was coming in, he began to evolve a dichotomy and ethnic jingoism in the politics. As if Abia State is made up of only Ngwa, forgetting that you have Umuago, you have Ibeku, you have Afara, you have so many towns and villages, numerous of them that make up old, including Ibere, Abriba, Item, Ohofia, Okoko, and all these areas are part of old Abia State. But he's now come to Aba and begin to instigate the people that this is our own, and they voted for him. What did he do at the end of the day? He did nothing. He is a failure.
Sorry, as I'm interjecting, I'm sorry. But do you know that do you know that a Yoruba man from Ogun State can become a governor of Lagos or can become a governor of Ondo? Do you know that? An Hausa man from Nasarawa can become a governor of Kaduna. You know? But when it comes to our land, you cry, we become clannish. This thing ain't our brain. What is the problem? I want to know sometimes, like, what is the problem of this? What is this?
Because the people you see are ignorant. 95% of average Igbo youth is politically ignorant. You know, we don't know anything about politics. Igbo man doesn't know.
Mazi, you are completely right. You are right. 100% right. You are. Go on.
Because politics is a different thing from buying and selling. You go and buy, you go and sell. It doesn't make you anything. You just make money and become a millionaire. Every other afternoon, you go and eat nkwobi and every other thing. Put on your toothpick and then go to your shop, balance there, and money will be counted. You think you have arrived. You have not arrived anything. You are suffering. You are just suffering. You are just suffering. Politics is a different thing. And before you become a good politician, you must know the demography of your town, villages, your even states. You will know the boundary. So that when you want to be into politics, you can be able to account for the people living in outskirts of that your state. Igbo people doesn't know. An Igbo politician, so-called self-appointed politician, only know his little village. And if that little village is not sufficient enough, he go and create areas of influence. For example, Peter Obi because he did a lot of damage to us. Now, he is from Agolo. But when he came into politics, he tried to embrace Onitsha people. He tried to embrace Onitsha people. And because Onitsha people has a very high level of influence, the people I so much respect. In my whole life, I respect Onitsha people. Average Onitsha man, I have a serious respect on them. Because they know what politics is all about. Politics is about collective interests of your own people, of your own wider people. You are an Igbo man. You have to accommodate every other Igbo man. You don't have to discriminate. This man is from Imo. Imo was created 1975. This man is from Abia. Ndi Abia Anua. Ndi Imo Anua. Mwabanna. Mwabakeleke. And all that. And all that. The man that tries to make a little bit change is Nnamdi Azikiwe. There's something he did during MPP time. He went and elected Jim Nwobodo as governor of Old Anambra. And it did not go well with the Idemili, Onitsha province, Old Idemili and Old Njikoka and Onitsha. It did not go well with them. How can he go and take somebody like somebody from Kanu to become a governor of Anambra, where they think that in Njikoka, Nnewi, Old Idemili and Old Onitsha province are involved? Who is this Jim Nwobodo and all that? But Zik may be somewhere along the line. He's trying to correct the old error he made in the time past by taking somebody from that area to become the governor of Anambra State. And you see the way they fought Jim Nwobodo. They fought Jim Nwobodo. They fought Enugu people that whereas them, they called them Ndiwawa. They insulted them. Finally, because of that, they clamor for separation from Anambra. That is how you have Enugu State, but inclusive. Because when they now separated these people, because they are troublemakers. Let me not just mix words, because here is where we say the truth. Because it is hiding the truth is what keeps us in darkness. So we say the truth. Even if you are accepting me, I will say it. That is why they clamor to separate themselves from these particular people who are so self-centered. And the Enugu State was created. And look at them. All these years, Enugu have been created. What has they done with Anambra State? Nothing. Nothing. The same ethnic jingoism. The same clannish jingoism. Go to Agolo. You don't have a road going there. The only road you used to have going to Agolo was built by, what do you call him? Njige. Throughout the years of this man who speaks like a woman, he never built any road across to that place. So I don't know why he should be coming out to tell us he wants to be president of Nigeria, where the Yoruba man is there, where Asiwaju Tinubu is there, the man that knows politics of Nigeria. Atiku is there, the man that knows politics of Nigeria. You think if you go to number 10 Downing Street and come back, they will tell Igbo presidency. Are you an Igbo man in the first place? Haven't he been living all these years in London or America? I don't know where he's coming from. So these are the problem we have. We always go into political sentiment. And this is why we lose all the time. We continue losing. We continue losing because we are not politically inclined. By now, Igbo will be suffering for another 8 years. Another 8 years. Because these people who knows politics have galvanized everything. Don't you see? Ozuto Kanu is now crying. He's talking about presidency. All of them wasted 100 million going to pick up ticket. And God knows the people just duped them. Duped them.
They duped them. Mazi, let me tell you this story. I have said it here. Do you know that the bribery is open? In Nigerian setting, it was open. They didn't hide it. Some people share the delegates to $200,000, $500,000, $400,000.
Yeah.
Wike did. All of them did. Do you know how they collected and pretend they will bring you're an Igbo. No, it's Igbo presidency. They will collect their money. After everything, when they will become disappointed, do you know what the Fulani, what the Hausa, what they did? The Northerners. They first of all started alert that some politicians gave some of our people fake dollar. So only one you cannot go to ask for a fund, otherwise they will deal with you. They will bring out fake dollars and say, this is the money is fake dollar. Now you become arrested. EFCC will start pursuing you. And all of them, they kept quiet. They lost all the millions of dollars to delegates. Now, Mazi Nwachineke, do you see this movement? IPOB opened my eyes and know that indeed we are nothing. We are not. Politics. I'm telling you.
I am very happy to be in this platform at this particular time because very, very, very important. So many truth has to be said here. No matter who is hot. If I'm hot, I'll take it. We have bastardized ourselves. We have sold ourselves. Our frontline self-appointed politician has sold Ndibo without even collecting money. They sold out with nothing. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine the man called Archbishop Arize going to persuade Ojukwu to abandon the war of liberation, the eternal freedom, and to go for self-exile so that everything will be okay? There will be this, there will be that. And he did it quietly. He sneaked away thinking that nobody will ever know what he did. And today we are still suffering. He sold us away, and the Britain knows that he's a very big traitor. He's a fool, complete fool. After that, he was given, what do you call it,
Cardinal.
And right there in Rome, what he brought to Igbo land is Ekele Maria.
Mazi, let me make a point also. Do you see the video of where Pope Francis was shaking all the cardinals, some of the cardinals? When he reached to Cardinal Ariz as a black person, he treated him like a leper. The way they said to shake him, Mazi, because they know that this man is a big traitor of his people. When people that use you as a traitor, it's just like a police, an informant. Police will hate you no matter that you are giving them information. They hate you with all their venom because they know that you are passion. That is, they hate you with all their with passion. That is how they hate Igbo politicians. You remember the leaked conversation between Kunle and Alhaji? Alhaji said yes. He said when he mentioned the Igbo politicians, he said, "Leave them. Well, we know them now. They are businessmen. They are not politicians. We know them. They are just they laugh over it. They say, but for these people, these Igbo politicians, they believe that they are all. They are doing something. They don't know that they know them. They use them, and how much? That is what they will ask them. How much I give you? They pay them off. Finish." Mazi, this thing you said is what I've been saying 100%. Igbo people, we don't know politics. We are just making noise. We are not politically inclined. Zero.
Let me come in again. Do you know when oil was discovered at Nzam, this Orient oil of a thing, Orient Petroleum, Orient oil was discovered at Nzam during P2B era. And then there was this problem at Nzam, the town bordering Kogi State and Anambra State. Because, the map of Anambra and the map of Nigeria was being drawn constantly by the Northerners and through the help of Britain that guides them. Because average Igbo man never know that Britain hates him with passion. I pity Igbo man. As long as you are an Igbo man, you call yourself an Igbo man, Britain hates you with passion. With passion. Don't you see this man? He's in jail in London. How many Nigerians have been jailed in such a way, have been disgraced in such a way? A whole deputy senate president of the so-called Federal Republic of Nigeria. When they talk about Federal Republic, you think that it is something very strange. Federal Republic. A republic where you have kings, you have Oba, you have Emir, you have Sultan. Is that a republic? Republic. Everybody is king. Republic. That's the Italian word.
And Mazi, do you know the National Assembly is trying to criminalize the protest in Nigeria, in a republic, in a democracy? They are trying to, they are making a move in order to criminalize the protest in Nigeria. It's on news headline, Mazi.
And the man that is choosing to do that is an Igbo man. He is the one passing the bill. He is the one passing the bill. You see, they want to cage this thing called Nigeria. 2024, you will see the one that seniors Pope. The most senior to Pope is what we are going to see. Because they are galvanizing how to change everybody. Since you people have decided to be fools, they have to treat everybody like fools. That is what they are trying to do. How can you just tell me that a people that your money was seized, they tell you they are changing currency, color of currency, certain denomination of currency, and they ask you to bring your money to the bank to be changed to the new currency. And you went to bank, you brought your money there, the new currency was not given to you. They say, pay in your money. I'll go back home with that my money. And people pay in their money and went home without cover. Nobody protested, nothing happened. So they concluded that these people are fools. And the agent of Satan, they call pastors and the reverend father, because this is the agent of Satan, are telling him, don't worry, we pray for the government. Even Peter B himself said, Nigeria should bear with federal government. We should bear with them. He didn't see anything wrong with that. This is the problem. So don't blame those who want to finally cage everybody, because we have evolved religion, and religion has made us to be fools. Fools. Therefore, the best thing is to catch these people, put them inside cage, because they don't want living as a human being. Treat them like animals. They can protest. Look at what is happening in Pakistan. Imran Khan, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, was arrested by military day before yesterday or yesterday. As I'm speaking to you now, what do you call it? Islamabad is burning. They are burning everywhere. The people on the street, bringing down buildings. That is what you call a republic. The power belongs to the public, not to one man. You are carrying gun. How many people will you shoot? But in Nigeria case, before you know it, they will activate ethnic something. Now Igbo people, just like P2B will activate Ndanambala and what do you call it? Soludo Wusa. Ndi Igbo ndi biala abia na Anambala. But ndi na-eme bisi Anambala. I look at him. I wept for him. Why do you mention Ndi Igbo? Why don't you say the people
Mazi,
you don't know
Mazi, do you know to remove this thing from this thing they are implanting in the heads of average, everybody. To remove it, that is the problem. That is where I used to say, Mazi, if Biafra comes, before Azacha, because I got the bloody. Because these people, they have infused many things in the heads of our people. Uselessness, everything. How can you be calling ndị Anambra, ndị ọzọ, ndị Igbo, ndị ọzọ bịara na Anambra na-emebi obodo? It's evil word, evil statement. Go on.
Just imagine. I watch him, I look at him talking. I say, look at this man. Does he know exactly the consequence of that word he's using to begin to refer? In fact, he went as much as organizing towns and villages, all the meetings of villages, to make sure he automatically hijacked all the towns and villages meeting, to make sure that everybody that lives in your community, you will know him. And so if I'm living at Nnewi, then the area I'm living will isolate me because I'm not from Nnewi. But I have my house, I have my businesses there. So what is he trying to introduce? You see, these are what Britain told them to do. Let me be honest with you. There must be a hand of Britain there.
Mazi, but are they fools? Mazi, but even if they tell you to do something, can't you think and say no? You reason the consequence of what this thing will happen, or what this thing will cause.
Their hands are tied. Their hands are tied. Their hands are tied. Their hands are very tied. Don't you see what Obasanjo did equally? The hands of Obasanjo is tied. Do you know that during the war, there was this problem between Ahmadu Ahijo, and Gowon
of Cameroon.
Because yes, on Cameroon, because they were persuading Ahmadu Ahijo not to allow us to have access towards that particular Bakassi axis. So Ahmadu Ahijo now accepted, but said, if that must be done, you have to give me certain area. So there was this thing they call Merwa or Merwa agreement, whereby they said certain area should belong to Cameroon. They even traded our land because they wanted to win the war by all means. And then, after the war ended, there is this town that is called Bekasi Peninsula. You have the ancient people that have been living there. The Cameroon Jandam was disturbing the people there. There was this problem. And there was this court issue and all the rest of them. The problem continues until when Abacha came in. Abacha told them, no inch of Nigerian territory will be ceded to Cameroon. We don't understand what people are talking. Abacha himself moved soldiers. I was watching, there was a day I traveled to Aba. I was coming back, I traveled to Aba with my transit bus. I have transit bus. I use it to supply something to Aba. So I was coming with that very particular bus. I saw military trucks filled, over 30 or 40 of them. They were heading towards Bakassi Peninsula to go and teach Cameroon the lesson of their life. They cannot take Nigeria territory. Do you know after they must have poisoned Abacha, he died, and then brought in Obasanjo? Obasanjo quietly ceded that particular territory to Cameroon. And then what did he do again? He now displaced the entire people, removed the people who are originally the indigenous of this area, and go and keep them in another place, and handed over empty land to Cameroon. Obasanjo single-handedly gave Nigeria territory to Cameroon. This is how they rule.
Mazi, let me say this thing. Do you know, I have made many researches on Abacha. Do you know that Abacha, if in the Nigerian setting, he could be one of the best head of states in Nigeria? Because he resisted the influence of Britain in many ways. But do you